now we're going to look at how to steer the boat. So to get your head around how to steer a boat with a tiller, this is the tiller connected to the rudder. I'm going to first show you that by stepping ashore, if I stepped ashore and I was to give the back of the boat here a big shove, you would expect the back of the boat to swing out. Now instead of me standing on the shore giving it a big shove, we can instead take the tiller with the engine on and the propeller going round. If I move the tiller hard over so it's in line with this, now the back of the boat will swing out. So the tiller is going where you want the back of the boat to go. And if I want to bring it back in, then I simply put the tiller in the opposite direction, and then the back of the boat will then come alongside the shore. So the best way to steer the boat, in all honesty, is not to think about it too much and just do it instinctively. You'll soon get the hang of it. Steering the boat relies on one other factor, the throttle. With the engine on, lift this little button underneath here on these two boats. The other boats don't have a button, it's just Gina and Gemma have this button. Press the button in and then we're going to go forwards. Now, the boat will now be going forwards. Now I can steer the boat. I can only steer the boat if this is in forwards. So if I was to now put this back into neutral, the boat will carry on gliding forward on its own momentum, but I would have no steering. It is the wash of the propeller blades going over the rudder which creates the friction which allows us to steer the boat. Without that propeller going round, this rudder, this tiller, won't work. So it's important that steering the boat, this goes forwards. Putting it back into neutral, we're now gliding. If I want to stop the boat, we then put this throttle into the reverse position. Now the boat is going to start to slow down. It doesn't stop instantly. It will start to slow down and gradually come to a halt. Now the important thing to remember at this point, there is no steerage. So if you do need to correct your steerage, you need to pop it back into the forward position and then correct your steerage and then carry on going backwards. In all honesty, you're not likely to be going in reverse, only to stop the boat. One other thing I want to point out about the tiller. When you are very, very slow or static, this has to be in hard lock for the tiller to be operative. If I only put it to here, then the boat is not going to steer very well at very slow speed. So if you are very slow, hard lock is always in line with the railing. This is ineffective. So this means that my steering actually is not going to be that great. This is the hard lock. This is a maximum steering point. So if the boat's dead slow or pretty much static, only hard lock will enable the steering to work. And that basically is your tiller. So first thing in the morning when you turn the engine on, put the key in the ignition and you're going to turn the key all the way around so that this glow plug light illuminates. Can you see it's now come on, it's yellow. So this is heating the glow plugs in the engine, and you hold this like this for 15 seconds. And after 15 seconds, turn it a bit more to the right and then let go. And now the engine has fired up. Just to point out, this light is still on. This is the alternator light. Now when I put some revs on the engine, that light goes off. If that light doesn't go off, then you need to call us. But otherwise that light will kick off as soon as you've got some revs on. And now we're ready to set sail and cast off. So you always take off your centre rope first, and then your crew member at the front of the boat will take the front rope off, and the person at the back here is going to be taking this rope off. So how we do it, we untie it on the cleats all the way, and we're going to just leave one turn on this cleat. And the reason we're doing one turn is so we can spring off. That gives us the angle we want in order to bring the front of the boat away from the bank. So here we are, so I've got this rope on now, and I'm going to pull really tight. And as you can see, the front of the boat is now pulling away from the bank. And as you get to a certain angle, the current will pick up the front of the boat and will take the front of the boat out for you. This gives your crew, by the way, a chance to, say already you're still on shore, to get back on shore and join the boat. Once you've sprung off, simply unloop your rope. The speed limit is 5 miles an hour, so don't go any faster than this, otherwise you could wind up with a speeding ticket. So we drive on the right hand side of the road, and if I want the back of the boat to go just gently that way, because I've got a bit of speed on now, I only need to use a small tiller movement in order to get a reaction. There we go. So the nose is now gently coming about. Can you see? As a result of a very, very small tiller movement. So when we've got speed, we're going at about 5 miles an hour. It is absolutely very small movements on this tiller. So what we're going to do now as part of our handover is we're going to practice stopping the boat. So the first thing I'm going to do is just level her up nicely so that we're in the position I want to be. So before we do anything else, we'll always make sure the boat's in the right position. There we go. Now I'm going to put the throttle into neutral. Now if you have a look, we are still moving pretty much at the same speed. And I just want you to imagine if you're on a bicycle and you're pedalling, if you keep pedalling at the same speed, the actual bicycle speeds up. And then when you stop pedalling, you do a free wheelie, this is what the boat is doing now. We're free wheeling, we're gliding. Gradually the boat will slow down. I'm now going to put some reverse on to slow her down to stop the boat. And when you stop the boat, keep an eye on the bank. And if you keep an eye on the bank, when the bank stops moving, I always look for a tree. The tree stops moving, you have stopped. Don't look at the water. There we go. So now we have stopped the boat. And at this point, we can do anything we want. Sometimes we have to hover, we have to wait. Maybe there is a queue for the lock. Maybe we can't get ashore because we're waiting to get the space. So we have to wait and hover. Now when we wait and hover, we have a look at the front of the boat and we just keep an eye on what the front of the boat is doing. Now can you see the front of the boat is ever so slightly going to the left. So we need to correct that, so we hold our position. So what I'm going to do now is with the tiller, we always have a little rhyme saying tiller first and then a burst. So with the tiller, I'm going to put the tiller hard lock over in line with here, because that's where I want the back of the boat. And I'm just going to do a tiny little 2-second burst. 1, 2, off. And have a look. It's just enough to move the nose back to where we want her to be. If you do too much of a burst, then she'll obviously go too much in the wrong direction. So I'm just going to now alter her again because we did do a slightly too long a burst there. So I now want to put her back to the middle again. So this time I'm going to go this way. So tiller first, hard lock, full lock, in line with this. Keep it there, and then a little 1, 2, off. No more than that. Now if nothing happens, and you need her to move a bit more, do it again. There we go. 1, 2, and off. Sometimes the wind will knock your nose out of position, so you just have to counteract the effect of the wind. There we go, look, she's coming nicely now back to the centre of the river. So if you were hovering, you would be doing this until obviously it's your turn to go ashore. Okay, so turning the boat round, it's important to have this all the way forward, not all the way forward, going in the forward direction, and the tiller hard lock. Now have a look, we're now turning round. Now when you're at 90 degrees to the river, it's important that you get your nose pointing in the new direction, and if you think you're going to hit the bank, you then put it into reverse. Now all that's happening is the momentum is still turning the boat round for us, but because we're now going into reverse, it means we're now no longer going forward. Now can you see the speed of the turn is slowing down? So my rudder is hard over again, and I'm going forwards again because you can only steer the boat going forwards. And now we're completing the turn. And now we're going to turn the boat around, and we're going to turn the boat around going clockwise because I want to end up over on that side of the bank. So you always turn, so when you come out of the turn, you end up on the side of the bank that you want to be. So now you can see I'm actually getting hard over now to the left-hand side, and I'm going to use that little dip there to get the nose round. So I'm going to put the tiller now hard lock. I want the back of the boat to go here. So there we go. The tiller's in hard lock, and the boat is swinging round. Obviously make sure there's no other boats coming before you attempt this manoeuvre. Now as you're going round, if you think you're going to hit something at the back of the boat, you take the tiller away from the hazard. In this case we're fine here. So we're going round, and now I'm going to get past the 90 degree, so the nose is pointing in the new direction, and now I'm going to apply some reverse on the throttle. Now this is simply to stop the boat going forwards. The turn is going to continue because the momentum's already been set up. Once the turn stops, however, straight again, back into forwards, hard over with the tiller, and we're going to complete the turn. So I'm going to put more revs, that will speed up the rate of the turn. So the boats will turn round in like a horseshoe sort of shape. Sometimes you will get the turn round in one, but more often than not on these boats you will have to put a spot of reverse on. So I'm still going forwards and I'm still turning. My tiller is still in hard lock. We always have the throttle going either forwards or backwards. We never glide in a turn. So now I'm going to get the nose pointing where I want it to be. There she goes. I'm going to straighten the tiller up now. So I'm coming out of the turn. To stop the turn, I'm going to do a slight bit of the opposite just to tell the boat, okay, stop turning now. And then I'm going to come back to the centre. And now we turn the boat around. You'll notice when you come out of the turn that your speed over the water will have slowed right down, and that's because of the inertia of turning round. That is the turning round. And so now we're going to practice mooring up. Now in this case we're going to moor up before the lock, waiting to go into the lock. You can recognise that's a lock mooring because you can see the bollards along the bank there. So all lock moorings look pretty much the same. They've either got a grated sort of jetty area with steel, or they've got bollards. So we're going to now line up the boat. Now I'm going to create an angle of 30 degrees between the nose of the boat and the bank. So this could be mooring up anywhere. This is just mooring up for a lock for now, but this could be mooring up overnight anywhere. So I'm going to create now my angles. So there we go. I'm going to line up actually with that lamp post coming up to us. There we go. We're just coming up to it now. And once I've got that angle, I'm going to do a bit of reverse steering just to get it, hold it there. And now I'm going to come off the throttle and we're going to glide. So now the propeller isn't going around, but I have absolutely no steering. So if I get slightly blown off course, which I'm not at the moment, all this seems to be going very well. Oh no, there we are, we're going a little bit now to the left. So I'm going to put hard lock, tiller first. There we go, tiller's in hard lock, tiller first. And now I'm going to do my little 2-second burst. 1, 2. And have a look, you can see the nose is coming around. There we go. So I'm going to still keep my 30-degree angle. Now the reason I'm doing this is the current, you can see the current, is now coming to the boat on our side here, on our starboard side. And it's actually now parallel gliding the boat to the bank. And this is called a ferry glide, and it's a really nifty manoeuvre for parking the boat in very tight spaces. So I'm just going to sort my angle out again because I seem to have lost it. So I'm going to put the tiller hard over to get the nose back in again. And I'm going to stop the boat. There we go. So now your crew person should be on the front deck at this point with the rope ready to go. I'm going to now put it into reverse to stop the boat. And if the crew person at the front shows fingers, like I'm now 5 foot, 4 foot, 3 foot, the helms person then knows exactly how far they've got until they are at the actual bank. So now person at the front gets their rope on. So we've got the boat all nicely angled up and they can get their front rope on. Once their rope is on, we then are going to get the back of the boat to the shore here. So we're going to put hard over and a little burster forward to bring the back of the boat alongside. There she goes. So now we're going to approach our mooring, and you can see there's our mooring there. So I'm going to first of all take the speed right off, and we're now gliding. So the throttle is in neutral. I've got my angle all set up with that 30 degrees, and all I'm doing now is gliding in. Now, if I think I'm going to squash a boat, like this boat here, I'm not going to sort of squash it, then what I would do is aim for a point further along to the bank, further along to the left in this case. So tiller hard over first, tiller first, and then I'm going to do just a burst. And what this doing is altering my course so that the nose is now going a little bit further down the bank, and then I'm going to go back into neutral again. And you can see now I'm now parallel with this boat, and I'm not going to squash it. So at this point, the crew should be at the front of the boat with the rope ready, getting the stakes ready if necessary. And all I'm doing now is just these little baby bursts, little pushes. And I'm going to start doing the reverse now to slow the boat right down. The idea is we kiss the bank rather than smack the boat in her chops. So now, the front person will get ashore. I haven't got a front person today, but they would now get ashore with the front rope. And once they are safely stepped ashore, they will hold that rope loosely. So it's important the crew do this loosely. There we go, we're now on. And now I can see I'm going to put the tiller now hard over in line, because I want the back of the boat to go alongside here. I'm going to just apply a bit of reverse now. There we go. It's a really slow process. We are going very slowly. A bit more now, always hard lock because we're going dead slow. And now a bit more reverse. And then again I'm going to repeat the procedure. Hard lock over. And you can see now at the back of the boat I'm going to come off now. I only need to do bursts because once you start the momentum going, she will carry on doing it. And there we have it. At this point, the helms person will then take their rope, and we should have another person, another crew person who's already got off, and you would then pass the rope to that person. And now we're in safely to shore. Always make sure that you do stop the boat before you do anything else. So this mustn't move. And the other tip is the helms person never deserts the boat. You always stay at the helm until your crew have safely got both ropes. Because if for any reason the wind were to blow, you could lose your boat. And only the helms person can control the boat. And they're the only ones, by the way, who can stop the boat. Believe it or not, I can't hold 30 tons of boat. Neither can your crew. So the tiller person, helms person always stays here until